Hey everyone, George Farming Flu Vlog. I'll show you guys how to plant a blueberry bush. So let me take you through what you're gonna need here. First, you need a blueberry bush. This is a pink lemonade blueberry bush. I showed this in an earlier video. Picked this up from Lowe's, about 10 bucks or so. You're gonna need some gloves. Always good when you're working outside. Don't get blisters or anything. Using a shovel, you're gonna need gloves. A shovel to dig holes in the ground. This is for in-ground planting, by the way. Some pine bark. Really any type of garden soil, tree soil, whatever you have around. Just make sure it's for in-ground use. And then a bucket's always handy as well, not 100% necessary. What you're gonna do is you're gonna start by digging a hole. I've already got this step done. And if you notice here in Georgia, we have really dense and really hard clay. And so what we want to do is we want to actually just mix this with the soil, because if you simply just plant it in a clay hole like this, water's going to pool in there. It's going to end up drowning out the bush or whatever you plant there. Same for trees. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our bucket that we filled with the soil that we got out of the ground, and we're going to mix it at roughly a 1-to-1 ratio with this in-ground potting soil that we have. Like, it's not potting soil, but I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. Put some in there, and then just go ahead and give it a good mix. What we want is kind of like a 1-to-1 ratio of the two different types. All right, and this doesn't have to be perfect. Again, this is just to kind of make sure that you're not just planting in a clay bowl. This will help kind of transition the plant into the clay. All right. Now we're going to take our blueberry bush. And whenever you get something out of a pot, you want to make sure to check for the roots and kind of break up the root ball a little bit. So sometimes when they get too big in a pot, the roots will start growing in a circular manner inside the pot, and you don't want that to continue in the ground. So we kind of want to break it up, make sure the roots are pointed out all different directions. That's perfect. And then when you plant this in the ground, you want to make sure that the top of the root ball, kind of where the top of the dirt is here, is slightly above ground level. So this is where we want it to be. So we're going to fill in using this dirt around here. Give it a good foundation. And just keep filling in. I'm gonna raise it up a little more. All right, that's looking pretty good. Don't let your dogs eat this. My dogs love coming in here and messing with everything that we plant. All right. Mix some more soil. That was close. All right, so we got this just above ground level. We have our roots kind of mixed in. And now we just want to make sure to build up the soil around it. Add some more of this good soil on top. We're okay with not having it mixed with clay on top, just because this is what's going to add the nutrients in. All right, get it pressed down. Because we're using really organic, healthy soil here, you don't have to add any fertilizer at this step. We will fertilize later in the season, but for now, this is perfect. When you're choosing your spot, make sure to pick a place that has full sun. You're gonna need at least 6 hours of direct sun for these to grow healthy. All right, and then once you get it built up where you're good with the level, good with the amount of soil, we're gonna add a little bit of pine bark on top. The goal of this right here is to make sure that the ground doesn't dry out. Putting this on there keeps the sun from baking away all the water that's in there. And then you don't have to water nearly as much. When you're putting this down, you want to make sure that you leave a couple inches away from the plant itself. If you put the mulch too close to the plant, you might get some disease and insects that kind of live in the mulch, that they'll come up here and cause some issues. So leave a couple inches of a gap there. And then lastly, we're going to grab the hose. You're just gonna spray it with some water. So I know a lot of you guys watch this channel for the bananas. These do not have to be watered nearly as much as the bananas. Just if you have a couple days where it doesn't rain, come out here and give it a little bit of water. But remember, because that clay and while we're getting it established, we wanna make sure that we don't overwater these. But this is pretty simple. Blueberries are hard to kill. They're super fast growing. So as long as you get them in the ground and keep them watered, they're gonna do great. We're gonna show some fertilizing tips later on in the season, but for right now, we're just gonna let it continue to grow for another month or two. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope this helps you guys get your blueberries in the ground, and hopefully you guys get some fruit this year too. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks.